Ladies and gentlemen, MI Homes is offering you a 5.25 interest rate on this beautiful home called the Hudson in the heart of Plainfield at Riverstone. Now, this house is going to have over 3,000 square feet. It's actually one of the biggest floor plans that MI Homes offers. We're going to have 4 to 6 bedrooms depending on your structural upgrades. We're going to have 18-foot ceilings in the main family room, 9 throughout the main floor, an owner suite with a huge walk-in closet. And then we're gonna have a open floor kitchen plan that connects the main family room, the formal dining room, and the kitchen all together. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Hudson. My name is Moses Bonilla. I'm a Chicagoland realtor that specializes in new construction just like this. If you're researching what new construction looks like or you're just getting into the market, this video is essential for you to see. I'm going to be going over the rate offer, honestly. I'm going to be going over the community and the floor plan, and also what to watch out for. And if you're thinking about getting into an office with a builder soon, I would recommend that you grab my free Chicagoland new construction guide. The link's in the below. Let's get into the house. Before we talk about the home, let me give you the full picture of where you're actually living. Riverstone is MI Homes' first riverfront community in Chicagoland, and that's not just a marketing line. This community was intentionally designed and built around the DuPage River. Walkways, benches, pocket parks, and trail access are woven into the neighborhood layout. You've got tree-lined streets, open green space, and an on-site playground. For relocating families who've toured a lot of standard subdivisions, this one is going to feel different the moment you pull in. For relocating families, school districts is almost always the first question, so let me answer it directly. Riverstone is served by Plainfield Community Consolidated School District 202, one of the more well-regarded districts in Will County. The specific schools tied to this community are Eichelberger Elementary, John F. Kennedy Middle School, and Plainfield East High School. Plainfield East carries an overall A grade from niche and ranks in the top 5 public high schools in Will County. It's known for its diversity, strong community atmosphere, and wide range of extracurricular and AP offerings. Like any school, I'd encourage you to dig into the specific data points that matters most to your family, but as a district, Plainfield 202 holds up well. Let's talk about where you are in relation to everything else. Riverstone sits east of I-59 in Plainfield, which puts you in a strong spot. The Randall Road and Route 59 corridors are close. Meijer, Target, Jewel-Osco, and Menards are all within a few miles of the community. Downtown Plainfield is about 10 minutes away. Local restaurants, boutique shops, community events, and historic architecture. And if you're commuting to Chicago, Plainfield is about 35 to 45 miles from the loop. You have easy access to I-55 and I-355, and Pace Bus offers weekday express service directly into downtown Chicago from the Plainfield Park and Ride. This is a car-dependent community, that's worth being honest about, but the highway access is strong and the drive into the city is straightforward outside of rush hour. If you're thinking about relocating to Chicagoland and you want to understand new constructions, whether that's the rate offers, the floor plans, or just the process so you don't get caught off guard, my contact info is in the description below. And if you're thinking about or intrigued or interested in this 5.25 interest rate and this community is on your radar, then I would recommend gaining clarity on whether this might make sense for you, because this offer is not going to stay on the table forever. Builders are known to change their incentives occasionally throughout the year. And while you're at it, my free Chicagoland new construction guide is in the link below. Grab it if you want to ensure that you're going into this process, going into the builder's office prepared. And let me be straightforward about what MI Homes is currently offering at Riverstone, because this is the kind of thing that sounds good in the sales office but deserves a clear explanation before you commit to anything. MI Financial is locking in a 5.25 interest rate on new homes in this community. Here's why that actually matters. The average 30-year fixed rate in today's market is sitting well above that number. A below market rate locked in through the builder's lender means lower monthly payments from day one, without having to wait and hope that rates come down on their own. And on a home that's going to range from $700,000 to $900,000, even a fraction of a percent difference in your interest rate translates to hundreds of dollars a month. Over the life of a loan, that's a significant number. Now, here's what I want you to understand before you get too excited. This rate is through MI Financial, the builder's in-house lender. That is not automatically a problem. Plenty of buyers use builder lenders and get a fair deal. But my job is to make sure you're comparing that 5.25 interest rate against what's available to you in the open market before you sign anything. Sometimes the builder's lender is the better deal, sometimes it isn't. And before I wrap up, I want to leave you with 3 things that every buyer needs to know before walking into any new construction builder's office. These apply here at Riverstone, and they apply anywhere you're considering new construction. First, the model is dressed up. What you're seeing when you walk through a model home is not what you're automatically getting. The finishes, the upgrades, the fixtures, a lot of what makes a model home feel impressive is not included in the base price. Before you fall in love with what you see, ask the sales consultant for the included features list in writing. Know exactly what comes standard and what costs extra. That conversation needs to happen before you're emotionally attached to the home, not after. Second, the builder's contract is written to protect the builder. It is not written to protect you. New construction contracts are detailed. They have specific timelines, specific contingencies, and specific clauses that can catch buyers off guard if they haven't read them carefully. Having an agent who understands how to read that contract, knows what questions to ask, and knows when to push back is not optional. It is the difference between a smooth transaction and an expensive surprise down the road. Third, and this one I want you to hear clearly, there is no cost to you as a buyer to have your own representation in a new construction deal. You are not saving money by walking into that sales office alone. The builder has a sales consultant in that room whose job is to represent the builder's interests. My job is to represent yours. You should have someone in your corner, and it costs you nothing to have them.